Hey guys, Hoang here, and today we are going to have a look at the photography cheat sheet playing cards. So this video is not sponsored. I bought these cards off of Kickstarter when they came out, and I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts and impressions on these playing cards. So everything about this deck is camera themed, which is super cool, and the backs have cameras on them. The kings, queens, and jacks are all holding cameras, which is super cool, and everything is just themed around cameras, photography, all that stuff. So what makes these cards extra unique and the cheat sheet part of these photo cards is the number cards all have camera facts and guides on them. For example, if we look at the 9 of spades, this card shows depth of field and how that works with different apertures. So this deck breaks down their tips into 4 different categories, being the clubs, the spades, the hearts, and the diamonds. Starting off with the spades, that goes over camera basics, and that tells you guides on things like depth of field, exposure interval, exposure, shutter speeds, and all of that. Next, moving on to the hearts, these are compositions, and they'll show you things like patterns to look for, symmetry, ratios, leading lines, all things that are really helpful when you're out in the field and if you're trying to come up with something real quick. Next, we have the clubs, which include things like white balance, RAW versus JPEG, metering mode, and how to use the histogram. Lastly, we have the diamonds, which are shooting styles like portraits, long exposure, sunset, landscapes, and it tells you quick guides and tips on what kinds of focal lengths you should use, what shutter speeds you should use, the ISOs, and all of that. These cards are super cool, and especially if you're learning the camera basics for the first time, this is a really cool and fun way of just having guides and tutorials at your fingertips, kind of like having flashcards, but at the same time, they also serve as playing cards. So one other really awesome thing about this deck is that it's magical. And what do I mean by that? It contains this magical ace of spades, because you can take this ace of spades and you can turn it into something else. Still don't believe me about the ace of spades? Okay, well, here's one more. You can take the ace of spades, you can put it on the top of the deck, and you can wiggle it around a little bit, and then flick it to send the ace of spades from the top of the deck to the bottom. So this deck comes in this cool little box here that's gold foiled, and this was made by the brand Travel 9 to 5, which I believe is just a single guy who just has a passion for cameras and photography and put these cards together. He put them on Kickstarter, they took off, and well, here we are. So this deck comes in 3 variations. It comes in the standard pack, which is black, and then it comes in the waterproof edition, which is blue, and then you have the limited edition Kickstarter edition, which is green, but that is no longer obtainable as the Kickstarter has finished. So I think this deck definitely makes an awesome gift for yourself or for people you know who just love cameras. So on the topic of gifts, this camera lens cup is also a really awesome one. I've mentioned this one in the past in other videos, but it's pretty awesome and fun to use. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you got some awesome gift ideas, and I will put a link to these playing cards in the description below. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Just remember to pick up these playing cards before they disappear. And I will see you guys in the next one.